Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avadon 3. Last episode we made our way towards the village. Why am I already forgetting the name of it? God damn it, what's the name of it? Vanatok Stead. We made it to Vanatok Stead and did some exploration around. Got a couple quests involving gathering fruit for pickling and clearing out a quarry. And now it's time to go speak with the chief here. See what exactly she has to tell us. Oh, and there she is. This is the audience hall for Vanatok Stead. Chief Till is waiting for you. She sits back in her chair, providing an almost plausible aura of calm and confidence. Oddly, there are no guards. There's only her. She betrays no sign of fear. The Chimerians have long been crushed by the pack, but they will sooner die than surrender their dignity. The Avadon Envoy. I welcome you to my stead. Please approach. We have much to discuss. Of course. You get a close look at Chief Tilla. She's a middle-aged woman, the ruler of this region for many years. She wears a suit of thick chainmail and her spear is at her side. Chimerians are forged in war against outsiders and among themselves. Welcome, Hand of Avadon. I see that Cerise got my message. I'm glad that you came. Greetings to you, Chief Tilla. Tilla is pleasantly surprised by your politeness. Greetings, Hand. I am honored you came to me. We have a unique opportunity to help each other. Why aren't there any guards here, if I may ask? I prefer to keep my dealings with Avadon discreet. If the other steads learn that I sometimes spoke with you, it would be difficult. Let's chat, then. Of course. I believe that enemies of the Pact have been traveling through my lands. I might be able to help you find them. Just a few... I'm glad you're willing to help. Of course. My lands have mostly escaped the ravages of this war thanks to my occasional helpful conversation with Avadon. I hope that this can continue. Still, sit! Have some ale. Let us talk. I will tell you all I can. Tell me about the situation in Chimeria. Chimeria is still at war with the Pact, but we have suffered horribly. The west half of our country still fights on, battling the Wildrim. My half of our nation has withdrawn slightly. We have stopped sending armies over the border to be slaughtered. Do you think Chimeria will quit the war? I don't know. It depends on whether the west or the east prevails. They want to fight. We think the war is lost. This is why the Tauan is sending agents. They want to keep us fighting with them. What battles have you taken part in? I sent many of my people to join the first army crossing over into Holklandia. Their battles cost many on both sides. We lost much and gained nothing. Since then, our stead's contributions have been limited. Why? We Chimerians are fierce warriors. We long to be free of the Pact. We simply don't want to give up all of our children to do it. After all, our children are the ones we fight this fight for. Chief Tilla rests on her throne, her spear at her side. She is still trying to seem calm, but her eyes note every slightest movement you make. When Avadon reaches out to Farlanders, violence is all too frequently the result. I want to know more about Vanatok Stead. We are wealthy, strong, independent, and proud. We have fought many battles with our neighbors, and we have never lost. We are prosperous, and I plan to continue that prosperity. Where does your wealth come from? We are a center of trade. Also, we control a major crossing on this river, and the tolls we charge swell our coffers. You fought with your neighbors? It is the Chimerian way. We always fight for more land and power. That is how we purge the weak. We simply want to avoid having the Pact purge all of us. What is your hope for the future? At this point, all I can hope for is survival for my people and loved ones. That is why I betray my lands and deal with our oppressors. I only seek what is best for my stead. That is my duty. Very well. Let us discuss the information you have for me. Chief Tilla sits back and closes her eyes. Now that the time has finally come to speak, she is finding it very difficult. I have learned that the Tauan Empire has been sending agents through my lands. They are trying to arrange some sort of meeting or treaty with us. I thought these dealings between two of your enemies would be important to you. In this, she is definitely correct. What is this meeting about? I don't know, but I have a guess. The eastern half of Chimeria has mostly withdrawn from fighting you. The Tauan may be trying to convince us to resume the fight. This would be bad for the Pact, of course. They haven't contacted you directly. No. I am surprised by this. They may suspect that I have been dealing with Avadon. Correctly. Who knows? The assassins might be coming for me right now. Where are they meeting? In Vana's Reach, a day's journey to the east. A wild land between three steads, uncontrolled by any of them. How'd you learn this? Chief Tilla closes her eyes again. For a moment, a barely perceptible slump of the shoulders reveals how scared and defeated she is. She is beaten down, no real foe for Avadon. Servants of the Black Fortress trained to recognize this sort of thing. It was my son, Geert. Somehow he has been seduced by the Tawan agents. He dreams of war and glory like all young Cimmerians. I found his papers during a routine search of his quarters. He is meeting the agents soon. Botan leans close to you and whispers, The chieftain will risk almost anything to save her heirs. In this the Wildrealm and Cimmeria are the same. So your son is a traitor? No! He just got a message. It invited him to a meeting, that is all. Tilla talks faster. He has never acted against the Pact. I kept him very close to home. I made sure of it. I don't even know how he got the message. What are you offering me? I will tell you all I know about the agents from the Tawan and where you can find them. In return, I only ask that you spare my son. He is young and foolish and he has done nothing. Please let him return to me. You think this is the first time we've made this sort of squalid bargain? This is our daily routine. Talk faster. Tell me all you know, right now. Chief Tilla takes a deep breath. Now that you know what is at stake for her, her fear is understandable. The message I found said that the Tawan agents are in a stockade in Vana's Reach. The small keep is populated by thugs and deserters. They are not strong enough to provide a real threat to you. I don't know when the meeting is, but it is sure to be soon. Is that enough? Will you spare Geert? I can't make any judgment until I have fully investigated. If it's true, I will spare him. If we can bring him back, I will spare him. If he will not come, if he fights, we'll try to spare him. That's all I'll say. Chief Tilla hoped for more, but she didn't expect it. I asked for nothing more than hope. Good luck with your hunting. I hope you kill those agents. They will bring nothing but destruction for us. That is all I know. If I learn more, I will share it. Are you sure you have nothing more to tell me? I swear it. To save Geert, I have nothing else to give. That is all I need to know. Thank you. Then I wish you luck. In this conflict, we are on the same side. Very well. We will do what we can. We will try to save him, if possible. Just a guard. Ah, Shaman Daum. Let's take a look in here. Ah, that's just a hall. The Shaman Daum stands nearby, head bowed, waiting to see if you need anything. This is the sort of subservience you were trained to expect from Farlanders. Saves you from needing to do any posturing. The old shaman wears many charms and fetishes. Unlike the shamans of the Wildrealm, they are made of semi-precious stones and smooth rocks carved with runes. I want to learn about Cimmerian shamans.
We Cimmerians draw from the power of stone. Stone supports us, encircles us, protects us. It forms our fortresses and our magic.
Is it superior to the magic of the Wildrealm?
I would not dare compare our ways to those of the Pact. We are but mere Farlanders. You have nothing to learn from us.
Where do you train new shamans?
That is, we have our own groves, our own magical places. For the magic of stone, our young ones train in halls below. Perhaps one day I can show you when things are calmer. Right now there are pressing issues facing us.
Train how? Does your magic include books? Libraries?
Mere books? Why would a shaman need a book when the whole world is here to teach him?
For the information that you may misread, perhaps. Tell me about Vanatok Stead.
Eastern Cimmeria has 18 great steads, and Vanatok Stead is numbered among them. The foundation stone of our fortress was placed by Vana 380 years ago. We have a long, honorable past, and we have survived many challenges.
Who is Vana?
The one who claimed this land, fought for it, and placed our foundation stone. He fought many challengers, and over half the original keep had been completed before a raider took his life. We give his memory great honor.
Vanatoks. Perhaps Vanna's last name was Talk? How long have you served here?
I was born here. I came here to serve when the stone accepted me and gave me my power. I have fought for and advised 3 generations of chieftains.
Has the Stead been through many wars?
We have 5 neighboring steads. Alas, I mainly know the last 2 centuries of our history. In that time, we have had 7 wars with them. Also, 8 skirmishes, 17 blood feuds, and at least 200 raids that resulted in 1 or more fatalities.
Cameria is a violent place.
Yes, we are proud of it. Our constant warfare is the forge that makes us strong.
Until everyone dies. Let's discuss the war.
I am sorry, Han. There is nothing I can tell you that Chief Tilla couldn't, and it is not my place to speak for her.
Well, you have to tell me something. Surely there's something.
I can only say that this rebellion was a horrible waste, and Tilla is guiding us wisely. Hopefully it will all be over soon.
Is there anything you can teach me?
Of my magic? The power of the stone?
Giving his people secrets to a hand of Avadon is not an idea he cares for.
I am sorry, Han. To have our power, the stone must accept you. This takes much time, more than you have, I think. I'm sorry.
Very well. It was nice to talk with you and learn what you had to say. Coins, animal skin. Okay, that was a guard, that's another guard. A ladder upwards, I'm not going to take it right now. I'm going to keep exploring down under here first. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is just barracks. Can't take that. Can't take anything in there. Doesn't look like there's anything in there. There may be. Hidden, but that's fine. Another guard. Looks like more barracks. I think that's the north way out. Oh no, this isn't barracks. This is, no, this is the dining hall. What is... Oh, a salt bowl. Neat. Storage room. Nothing in there. Alright, let's take a look at what's upstairs. Because I can. Probably private quarters and the like. Actually, this one's kind of a mess. Okay, leather boots I can take. You can wear those leather shoes, you can wear those leather shoes. Vase. You can take that lightning scroll. Tunic and cloak I don't need. Actually, you could use a cloak. Anything else in here? Coins, belted cloth, gold ring, lockpick. Nothing else in here. Moving on. Nah, I'm not going to use 3 lockpicks on that. Probably something valuable in there, but nah. Some more animal skins. Leather greaves, leather jerkin. Actually, you could use leather greaves. Yeah, already got a short bow, don't need another. Oop. There we go. Ah, a book. This book is about the Black Age. Alright, let's see what it has to say about the Black Age. The Black Age, which began in cycle 6203, was a long series of wars between packed states. For over 30 years, while Hanvar's council met and pretended things were well, the states they represented fought each other constantly and viciously. The Black Age had many causes. Trade disputes, old grudges, patches of miserable land whose ownership had been disputed for centuries, the belief of all parties involved that their culture and beliefs were superior to those of everyone else. The result was chaos. First, raids, waylaid caravans, punishing tariffs and minor incursions of troops over the borders of others. But things escalated. The Black Age's official beginning was marked by Holglandia sending over 1,000 warriors into Baraza Woods, land long claimed by neighboring Kalimdariel. Many soldiers on both sides died. This triggered a variety of treaties and informal agreements, some centuries old. Soon the western half of the Pact, Holglandia and the Wild Realm, were in an informal war with the eastern half, the Kava and Kalimdariel. Darum, on the east coast, tried not to pick sides. In turn, they found themselves unsupported when the raiders of Svorgald came calling. And, of course, the Farlands wasted no time in taking advantage of the chaos. For the first time in over a century, raiding wretches and barbarians took a bloody toll on the lands of the Pact. The First Age. The treaty that formed the Pact was signed by representatives of the 5 member states in Cycle 6000, 318 years before the current date. Overlord Hanvar of Holtlandia, architect of the Pact, was present at the signing. He even had several years to appreciate the triumph before his assassination. There were several years of predictable tumult after the signing. Each member state had its own little civil war, as proud citizens who refused to surrender any sovereignty to outsiders emerged and were crushed. Of course, Hanvar was so associated with the creation of the Alliance that assorted bounty hunters, assassins, and shadow walkers were falling over themselves to be the one to kill him first. Eventually, of course, someone succeeded. Once those who objected to this new order were safely dead, a new and unprecedented period of peace and prosperity came to the Pact's members. The Pact members no longer spent valuable resources fighting each other. Instead, they were free to defend themselves from the Farlands. These states, in turn, were never united, and their raids and barbarian incursions were met by powerful defenders. Within decades, these scattered and demoralized states did little without the permission of the Pact. Alas, the 5 Pact states remained proud. On the surface, they were united and strong. Underneath, national pride and ancient grudges conspired to break the Alliance apart. Resentment turned to violence in Cycle 6203, and the Black Age began. And the Black Age we just read about. There may be a third book in here somewhere. Oh no, that one's locked. Right. Apparently there's not. Okay, well, that's everything looked at in there. Let's take a look at the little area just in the north edge of the fortress here, see what's there, because we can. Ah, it's an indoor area. I wonder what's in here. Looks like it's just a small barracks of sorts. Vanatok guards. Upstairs, same kind of thing. Wow, that is a lot of sleeping rolls. Yeah, this is basically just a barracks and guard post. Inferno bolts. Seems handy. Nah, not gonna. Probably wouldn't be able to take anything out of it. Our orders are to welcome you. Yes, yes, I am aware. Okay, then. That appears to be just about everything in Vanatok Stead. Well, the Stead itself. Now we need to go across the river. As you leave the fortress, you see 3 people at the crossroads to the south. 2 of them are armed escorts. One looks like a figure of some importance. They are looking at a map and arguing. They haven't noticed you. You walk up to the traveling Cimmerians. They were so engrossed in their map that they didn't notice your approach. You see that their leader is a chieftain. He bears the same symbols and insignia as Chief Tilla. You clear your throat. They turn. They see you and realize who you are. They're terrified. Among the Cimmerians, these are clearly important people. To you, it's just a few more Farlanders. The chief abandons his customary arrogance. He bows to you.
Hello, Hand. I am Chief Hilliar. We were just leaving, I'm afraid. Is there anything I can do for you before we go?
Where are you from?
We are from China Stead to the east. A peaceful land. We are not fighting you.
You feel safe traveling through other steads?
We Cimmerians allow each other to travel freely, until we wage war on each other. Then it is different, of course.
Where are you going?
This is a trading expedition. Sometimes we chieftains travel from stead to stead. We make contacts, trading arrangements. We form alliances for when the next civil war starts.
So you're making alliances?
Trading! I am not acting against the Pact. I am concerned about the movements of oats and bricks. We of the Eastern Khmer are not fighting the Pact.
I'll make a note of this. You better not be lying. You may go. Your superiors wouldn't appreciate you killing peaceful leaders arbitrarily. You decide to let him go.
Thank you, Han. Safe travels to you.
They move on. Normally I'd let it go, but the fact that they actually made note of it in the game makes me think that we may encounter him again at some point. Anyway, all that's left is to cross the bridge and explore the rest of this place. Alright, on we shall go. To the north side. And already we find a little farmhouse. A whole bunch of farmhouses, actually. Oh, didn't mean to click that. It's probably just... yeah, it's basically all farmhouses here. Alright, well, let's investigate this one first. See if there's anything in here. We're doing nothing wrong. I'm sure. Another farmer. Yeah, this is basically just a farmhouse. Doesn't look like there's anything of note here. A couple animal skins that it looks like they tossed. Okay. What about this one? Vanatok farmer. We'll do what you want. Nothing to take from there. Nah, I'm not gonna steal these farmers' only coins. So, nothing in that farm. And what about this one? Thing of note in here? Let's see. Take a lockpick. Well, that one I can just open. I'm not gonna pick the lock. I mean, once we level up, we'll be able to get them one more point in locksmith each. May take some time, but when that happens, we'll be able to come back and pick the lock. Till then, I think we're good. Yeah, just a lot of farmers around here at the moment. Is that like the north exit of this place? I think so. Yep, this is the north exit. Good to know. Kind of a weak point here, though. Don't you think you'd expand that? As you advance down the forest path, Botan walks beside you.
Gabriel, I'm concerned.
What's wrong?
I do not think this village is a major threat to the Pact. Yet Avadon is here. In my experience, the situation ends in the village being destroyed. I hope this is not necessary.
I hope so too, but we may be forced to act.
We are Avadon. Nothing forces us. We only pretend it does to justify our choices. I only want to say, for what little it is worth, that I hope we can leave this place standing.
He moves ahead to watch for attackers. And there's wolves walking around in here. Not sure we have enough time left in the episode to actually fight there. And there's some places to explore up here and down there and all sorts of stuff. Paths all over the place. I do want to try to spare this if I can. And you know what? I'll let this episode be a little shorter. Next episode, we'll try to get to Trader Eye's herbs and then explore down here at the quarry. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chester44. That is Gabriel, Botan, and Nathalie. This has been an Avadon 3 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.